life, living large. Tony's in charge. He's got the knowledge, the skills, and the art. Streaming live, stock trading all day, helping people learn and make money their own way. From Wall Street to Tokyo, Tony's got the flow. Teaching the game, ain't nothing to show. He's got the charts, the trends, and the moves. Making profit, making moves his groove. Trading waves, Tony, he's the man. Learn from him, you'll join the winning band. Making money worldwide, it's a blast. Trade with Tony and making fortune fast. Living life, living hard, Tony's in charge. He's got the knowledge, the skills, and the art. Streaming live, stock trading all day. Helping people learn and make money their own way. From Wall Street to Tokyo, Tony's got the flow. Teaching the game, ain't nothing to show. He's got the trust, the trends, and the moves. Making profit, making moves. It's smooth. He's the man. Learn from him, you'll join the winning man. Making money worldwide, and it's a blast. Trade, talking, and pushing fast.
Well, good morning, traders. And it's Thursday. Happy Thursday, everybody. Offering amended. Next one. I'm seeing on that. Oh, roll call. Morning, Mike. Lisa, the first one here, as usual. Alberto, how you doing, buddy? A few pop and drops happening. There's nothing really exciting, sustaining at the moment. Yeah, PCSA, I got 300 up and then I gave some back. So. Walk with me. How you doing? Hello, fan. I'm just going to check trade small today, I think. See this. Well, yesterday was a good day for shorters, and certainly on Meta and IBM, I took an option strangle. It's printing at the moment. I just hope it stays that way as they continue to sell off. Today is another big earnings day. Got Google, also known as Alphabet. We've got Microsoft. We've got, mid caps like Roku and Snapchat, Intel. So there's a lot of earnings coming out today as well. Here comes the 8 o'clock scrum, the algorithmic nonsense. Yeah, it's IBM, and last I checked, they were about 25k up each. Oh, a little over. So I was about 50k up on those two options positions. So nice. When you get it, options is great around earnings. You can earn some serious money on options around earnings time. Meta did this last year, by the way. Q1, huge plunge down, and then every other earnings was huge moves up. So don't be surprised. Just scanners being fooled by the algo spikes. Looks like, yeah. HKIT getting algo spikes up there at 170 when the price action is down at 137. So yeah, we don't think we'll bother with that one. Okay, check this out. This is a huge sell-off last night from Facebook or Meta. It went to a low after hours of just under $400, $399.02. So let's hope it gets back down there. Don't know if any of you are long on Meta, but sorry if you are, but I want it to get down below 400 again before the open. I did make Meta and IBM yesterday, and they're currently both up. Between the two of them, I'm currently about 50k up on both of them, mate. So I did an option strangle on Meta and an option strangle on IBM. And essentially, all you do for an option strangle with the higher cap stocks, it's great to do this. Just try it out yourself. If you've got a margin account and you're able to trade options, or if you're not applied to be able to trade options, just take one. Just to start off with, take one put and one call just outside of the money. So let's say Meta right now is 418, for example. You might say 418.50. Or your call and for 17.50 for your put. Take one of each contract and then the day before earnings, and then see where you are the day after. And if you're in profit, you might be able to play that same strangle strategy around earnings again and again and again. Now, it doesn't always work, so you are risking the cost of the contract. So you've got to be comfortable with what you're putting in there. They can expire because you're getting them so close to the expiry day, which is tomorrow. They can expire pretty much. You can lose quite a bit. You can lose all you put in there if truth be known. But with the majority of these high cap stocks, you do get volatility around earnings. You get enough. If you get to a 10% move, so Meta moves 16% so far. So if you it's coming down 15.5%, but if it moves 10%, you're printing money. I was more confident with the IBM strangle than I was with Meta. I wasn't sure if Meta was going to move a full 10% or not this time round, but it did. I just cover them both. So when I get out, I'll just sell both contracts, Mike. Because of you're not going to get anything back on it really. So for example, the calls that I bought on Meta, not really going to get. Excuse me. Okay, so Meta, when I bought the contracts, when I put the strangle on, it was up at that 493. So in order to get in the money before Friday, the calls would have to have some kind of rocket shoved up the backside of them. It's not going to happen. So they're just going to expire worthless anyway. So any pennies or any little bits, pieces I can get for that today, I'll get that. But I won't get much, but that's for the calls. But the cost of the calls are embedded in the cost of the actual play. So I'm in the money on the puts, and that covers the cost of the calls contracts, and then some besides. So for example, I took it was like 493 was when I got it. I think I was at 492 and 494 or something was the plays that I took, and it's now 422. My break even price was 440. Well, 450, just under 449 and 90. So it's 450, and we're way down that and breaking lows. So options strangles are the way to go around earnings. They really are. And then when the open comes, assuming holds the position, and it will, even if it bounces a little bit, it's not going to get back up to 450, I don't think, before the open. And so you basically then set your line in the sand, put a stop price in there, and let it continue to play out. And if you get stopped out, you're stopped out for a nice little profit. If it continues to sell off after the open, you're able to make that additional move count. Oh, it's enough tonight. There's some nice movers tonight. I actually shorted IBM as well after hours. I recorded that trade as well if you want me to post it. And because I've not got a huge, normally when I'm trading earnings, I've got like a 6-figure account, but I don't at the moment. I was only able to take 300 shares, what with overnight margin and the likes, but I still made about $1,400 from 300 shares. Talking IBM last time. Yes, but just my advice is don't, until you're comfortable with the strategy, don't go all in on it. Just buy one contract of each. The contract is worth 100 shares. So what you're looking at is once you get to that break-even price, everything after that it's times 100 in terms of profit. It's great. No, I don't, Mike, because the volume restriction came in on Monday. I'm happy to announce that I've received communication today that that's been lifted, or not so much lifted, it's been reduced. So they introduced a volume restriction on Monday, which was, what did they call it? It was average daily volume parameter. Basically, it was to them to avoid manipulative activity in thinly traded stocks. So, the old pump and dump scenario. So what they've actually done, and what they did is they said it had to have an average of 25,000 shares traded per day over a previous 30 days. They've reduced that to 20 days and only 10,000. So now the two stocks that we missed out on yesterday, if they put the current parameters in, which is 10,000, not 25, I would have been able to trade those yesterday. But it is what it is. So they had a lot of. I know I complained about it, and I don't think it was on my complaint that they made the change. But yeah, so they've basically gone back on what they said. They must have had some complaints yesterday, me included, about not being able to trade the two big movies yesterday as a result of this rule. So they've looked at it again and they revised it, and it looks like they've just gone, about face. But that's, they've also they told me that I could reach out to them directly, the trade desk, and if there's a particular security I want to trade that's below that 10,000 average, then let them know and they'll make it available for me. So yeah, they're being accommodating. I understand why they're implementing that kind of a rule, but you know, for us low float, low cap traders, we don't like that kind of rule. So it's good that they've actually lifted it. I have meta puts. Well, I had an option. I put an option strangle on yesterday, Oscar. My meta strangle will be about over 30k now. What's IBM at? 167. In fact, they'll both be over 30k now. Be about 60k up. It stays like this. Yeah, as it stands right now, I can't cash in until the market opens. But as it stands right now with Meta and IBM, where they are, I'm about 60k up. So I took an option strangle. So I bought calls and puts on both, just outside the money, on both Meta and IBM. Now Meta, it's a lot more expensive, so I didn't take as many. I only took 10 of each, but I mean it's down huge amounts. But with IBM I took 50 of each. They were a lot cheaper. The cost for it's for me to take 50 contracts each on IBM was less than me to take 10 contracts each way on Meta. But both of them are up about 30. I'd say at the moment about 33k. Won't know for sure until they open, but that's another reason I like interactive brokers for options. When you're actually putting your quote together for options, it tells you what the expected probability of being in profit is as well. It's great. Yeah, I might do that, mate. Oh yeah, I've still got that one. I'll dig that out. Which one was that? I can't remember off the top of my head which one that was. Just bear with me 1 second. I think that was on the 21st, wasn't it? 39k a day. Mullen after Morsi. 30k on Mullen on December 21st. Yeah, just shy of 7k yesterday. Yeah. $1,400 on short in IBM after hours. Hey, Alistair. And IBM, Alistair. So far, it's playing out so far. I've not made anything yet until the open, but it's the way they're playing out. It's looking good. The way it's playing out. It's snowing in Newcastle. Well, it's raining in Liverpool. Well, in my heart it is, at least, anyway. Always another day. Today's another day. There's always another day. Always another trade. Never lose hope. Yeah, I think so. Well, can't see City losing twice, and Arsenal dropping points in 2 games with 4 to go. I can't see it. So yeah, title's gone for another year. And they were overachieving up until this month. To be fair, nobody expected them to be there at the beginning of the season. Nobody had them. Nobody even had them in the top 4. Well, a lot of pundits didn't even have them in the top 4 after last season. So, it's an interesting IPO today. Rubrik. I know these guys very well. I used to compete with them directly. So Rubrik is a technology company that was involved in data protection, which is the space I used to work in. So I know these guys intimately, and the ticker is RBRK. It probably will launch about between 30 and 40k, between $30 and $40 a share. And this is a good company, so it probably, and it's a very profitable company, so it probably will take off. I would expect this if it starts around $35, $40 a share. I could see this going up to $50, $60 today, easily. So watch that Rubrik for an IPO today. There's a couple of other IPOs as well. We've got MRX, which is already priced, and LOAR. So MRX is Marex Group and LOAR is a law group. Yesterday's IPO was ran. It's been put back till tomorrow. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. But yeah, the one I'm looking forward to is Rubric from an IPO standpoint. Excuse me, people. Well, options are a game changer, Morg. They're absolutely. If you're starting off in trading and you've got a couple of $100, that's the way to grow a small account. If you want to trade a small account, $500, let's say you've got $500, you're going to get another 500 next month, and you want to grow $500, learn option strategy, but don't be an idiot and lump it all in on a call, because if it goes against you and it doesn't work out, that's just not happening. And you want to be looking at when the volatility is going to be. So earnings is a great time to trade options. Oh, hang on. Why am I not I'm not live there? Better. Supercomputer. Tesla moving up. Have a look at Tesla, because we managed to make bank on Tesla as well. I think this is the first time I've traded options on Tesla and got away with it. Normally I would just go all in with the calls. So the complex options are much better. You don't make as much, granted, but it's a safer bet when you know you've got volatility. Yeah, absolutely, Alistair. Oh, so I was watching a TikTok or a reel or a YouTube shot. I can't remember which one it was, and it was one guy, and it was this complete scam. It's easy to make $1 million in a month than it is to make $1 million in a year. It's easier to make $1 million in a week than it is to make $1 million in a month. And it's easier to make $1 million in a day than it is to make $1 million in a day. And I'm listening to this guy waffling on about, and I'm going to show you how, and he never did. He never taught, he never explained how that was real. It's just waffling on complete nonsense. I'm thinking, these are marketing gurus that you know, they get paid for talking this garbage. And it's like, yeah, I think if I was a billionaire, I probably wouldn't last long. I'd get frivolous with it. Blowhard, yeah, that's another way of describing it, John. It just reminds me of that, what's his name, that Tate fella, and his Hustlers University, and it's like, okay, come on. Grifters University is what it is. It wasn't soya beans, Morg. It was baked beans. There's a difference. They've been doing this for centuries. In the old West, it used to be called snake oil, and have snake oil salesmen, and they pitch up in the old West town, the Wild West towns, with a suitcase full of liniment oil, and it's snake oil that cured all ails. The miracle magic of the West and all this kind of stuff, and people would buy it, and then when it didn't work, the snake oil salesman had moved on next time. And they're still doing it today, but they're doing it on the internet with earn your millions this way, and they never explain it. It's just you grift, you graft, you know, send me your money and I'll tell you how to make millions. And then the real secret is, send me your money, I'll tell you how to make millions. Well, I'm going to give you the secret without you sending me any money. How's that? Convince people that you know the secret to making money, and tell them that it's on a special offer for $99.95. Send me the money and I'll give you the secret. That's how you do it. And then you get all the poor saps that are hard up, but they'll borrow the money, they'll send you the $99.95 or whatever it is, and you'll make your millions. But you've got to keep grifting and grinding it. Well, John, I actually made a little bit on DJT. I traded it yesterday whilst I was waiting for the football to start. It made a nice little move, so. And the spreads were actually quite reasonable yesterday, so I gave it a go. Tesla breaking highs after actually had a poor earnings, but it was a good earnings call, forecast and outlook. NCI, Neil Concept International, recent IPO, pumped up on the first day, sold off yesterday. Will there be a bounce? You tell me. Leverage on this yet? Still no leverage on it. Oh, SPY dropping. What's 8:30? So what's coming out? GDP numbers. So we're getting GDP numbers on the old S&P 500. So we've got goods and trade balance numbers came out, jobless claims came out, GDP numbers coming out, and the market is not liking it. So after what, 3 days of bounce, we're now back into. Looks like a bit of a dead cat, so we're now back into falling down. Great movie, Falling Down. I'll have to watch that again. Initial jobless claims 207,000 versus the 214 estimate. Continuing jobless claims 1.781 million versus the 1.814 million estimate. So there's less people unemployed, more people in work, and the market doesn't like that. Getting PCE prices as well. Core PCE for Q1 is 3.7% versus a 3.4% estimate. GDP quarter on quarter for Q1 is 1.6 versus the 2.5% estimate. And good trade balance for March was negative 91.8 billion versus the 91.1 billion expected. So yeah, that's the economic numbers dropping today, and what you're seeing on the screen is the S&P 500 dropping today. Yeah, Optinos. Volume. So Optinos provides corporate updates, expects to produce positive income from operations for full year in 2025. Announces preliminary first quarter 2024 net revenue of 14.9 million. Quite a large float, such a small price, low price stock. So 97.5 million float. It's under 100 million, I guess. So it's normally does 600,000 a day in volume. It's done 2 million, so it's a higher relative volume. Like that doji for a bounce there on the VWAP. Morning, Thomas. I'm not seeing anything right now. Neo Concept International. It's like I say, recent IPO. Top mover to the upside at the moment in terms of momentum. After Optinos. Optinos stalling a little bit up at the top. Which one? Which one's that one, Mike? Yeah, it might not be an IPO in the true sense. It might be an uplift from the OTC market onto the NASDAQ, or it could be a SPAC merger, in which case it might have history. On Dash Trader, I'm seeing 3 days. It was an IPO on Tuesday. Let's have a look at what it says on Ben Singer for NCI. Yeah, IPO on Tuesday. There is history, but it's the IPO kit was on Tuesday. Looking at the Edgar filings. Are you looking at on? Are you looking on TradingView or something? All right. Okay. It's probably recycled ticker. That's okay. We'll take your word for it. Property nose is still moving up. Yeah, I took a trade with that earlier when it was, and then it pulled back, so I thought, nah. Oh no, it's not the one. Here it is. Let's see what the market gives us today. Hopefully we just want one big runner, one parabolic stock that goes absolutely mental, tight spreads. Let's smash the like button, guys, if you've forgotten already. I'll give them 9 for 20. I know, Mark. I know. We're due one. We're due a couple. We had a nice movie yesterday with Kazoo, and that did us well. It only takes one stock, but it was nice to get something that moves. Let's say it's something that's about what, $3 or $4, moves up to $8 or something like that, $9. It goes up $3 or $4 and goes up and doubles its price. That'd be nice. And we often see these $2 and $3 stocks that double in price, but it'd be nice to have a $3 and $4 stock. But you know, something at $4, full leverage, over 5. One's still going. Oh, PTN is still going. Optinos 50 odd percent now. Might find some difficulty up there at 150. Just seeing where. Yeah, so on the daily we should get some resistance at 150 according to the daily chart. See it here on the daily. Resistance here at 150 and over here at 150. This there. And after. You go ahead and eat. It did for me as well, Mike. It was first thing I traded yesterday. News on OPTN is they're expecting their product to turn a profit next year, basically. Provided update on X-Chance, the launch of the product, and first quarter net revenue of 15 million. And they're expecting to produce positive income from operations for the full year in 2025. So they're expecting to be profitable from next year. NCI, the float on NCI, mate. Give me 1 second. Recent IPO. So float is 3.75 million. Just under 4 million float. No worries, Peter. Well, Mike, Peter, if you're liking the information I'm putting out, make sure you smash the thumbs up button, along with everybody else. Less than half your half. So smash that thumbs up button. You know you want to. Do it now. Ah, there's the breaking law. That is breaking laws again by the looks of it. IBM is hanging around the 167 level. That's a breaking laws again, so keep it there. If it can get under 400, I'll be a very, very happy man. Nothing stone cold, nothing really. OPTN, which is it's a couple of smaller stocks that have had a bit of a run, but nothing spectacular. Optinos. We're waiting. We're looking for that one stock that's going to give us a nice little run up. I've not decided whether to do two strangles today or just one. Thinking Microsoft, but then you know Google. There's the AI play with Google as well. There's Intel. There's Roku. I might just trade Roku after hours on my own cash. I wouldn't say it's the lower GDP sending the markets down, Peter. It's the other data that I did, James. Yeah, 10 each way. 10 puts, 10 calls. So, Peter, there's other data that's come out as well. So you've got not just the GDP data, but you've also got you've got the jobless claims came out as well, and there's less people unemployed, so the market never really likes that. You've got softer than expected GDP growth, as you mentioned. We've got the PCE, core PCE and PCE prices have come out, and it's higher than anticipated. So it's a culmination of a number of different economic catalysts that's driving the markets down. It's not just the softer growth that we're experiencing. So processor pharma popped up to like 250 earlier, back over $2. If you can get back over to VWAP, that'd be interesting. No, they don't, because all you're paying is the cost of the contract. Once it's in the money, once you're in the money, you then start printing. And then you just need to cover the cost of the other contract. So Options are a great way to do that. And usually, if you take it at an average, it's not usually that much. But if you say, is a stock going to move 10%, either up or down on earnings? And if you think it's going to move 10%, just look at how much it regularly moves when it does an earnings over the past 3 or 4 quarters. And if it regularly moves 10% or more, it's worth doing a strangle. When you think about it, each contract, it's worth like 100 shares on each contract. So if your contract moves like $10, that's 1,000 there. So depending on the contract price, raise to cover the contract cost on the other side. But not 100%, but not far off, James. I mean, you can let it just expire worthless, but the further it gets away from the strike price, the less it's worth. But you've also got time decay. So the closer it gets to your expiry, the less it's actually worth as well, because of what we call the theta decay, the time decay. So that's something that you need to take into account with contracts as well, which is why I like to play the earnings, because you're taking them on while they've got volatility, high volatility. You're getting them cheaper because they're close to expiry, and then you get the price action when it gets into the money. You put your contracts, you buy them just outside of the money. You know one of them's going to end up in the money. The question is it going to end up enough in the money to cover the cost of both contracts? Yeah, absolutely. In theory, if there was no volatility, so for example, the meta trade that I took, if there was no volatility and it stayed at the same price as I bought the contracts, out of the money, it could expire worthless, and I'll lose the entire amount. But on earnings, that's not going to happen. The chances of that happening is minimal, very, very small. It did happen to me on, I think it was Amazon last quarter. Microsoft, I don't remember which one it was now. Needs to hold $2 for my liking. Right, so all bear ETFs going on to the momentum charts now. The S&P 500 selling off the way it is. On less than half of you hit the thumbs up button. We've got a little over half an hour to go before the bell rings. So let's get over 50 likes before the bell rings. Come on, guys. You know you want to do it. Smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, why don't you? Smash that thumbs up button. Do it now. You know you want. Market is a bit stagnant right now. It's probably the best way to describe it. Well, smash the like button, cast, and find out. Assuming you've already done it. Right, pulling back. Bitcoin under 64k, 63.5k. Oh, that's why pulling back a little bit. Yeah, good man. That's what everybody should be doing. Smashing that like button as soon as they hop on. Asian China. China. DDN halted by DNA, no. No resumption. Not halted. No one trading it. No volume. How can it have 0 trades today? Today's total trades 0, yet it's got a 3,000 volume. That makes no sense at all. No, Facebook. No, you don't want to do it in some kind of inverted head and shoulders. No, you want to be selling off and breaking new lows is what you want to be doing. Well, I got YouTube's probably the busiest when I'm streaming there, Mike. We do have the Discord gets busy when I'm not streaming, obviously, because the action's here, and then when I finish the stream, it's over there. So I might fill this gap, you know, on the daily. Look at the daily gap, very close to filling it too. So what's this? Low of 399.57. What was the low overnight? It was 399.02. So yeah, we did fill that gap actually overnight. I should fill it during the day. Yeah, cheers, David. Nice one. Do your names, guys, and not tight. I don't know, there's a nice bit of news. Is it affecting the price action? No. Goes to show you don't trade the news. The market's reaction to the news. Oh, let's change the top gappers list. IBRX still at number 3. Well, James, yeah, OFI usually moves on earnings. Worth looking at the how much it moves and look at the strangle break-even numbers. Here. 23. Like a little piece of this for the break of the $1/4. I'll risk the 150 that I've got in the bank with it. Camel breaks a new low. We get out. Oh, this is a boredom trade if ever I've taken one. I'll get a scratch on the day. This one. Not breaking out quick enough for me. Absolutely, mate. So not just futures. I mean, it's the stocks that make up those stocks, but the equities that make up those. If you look at NASDAQ 100, markets getting hammered. You'll get a lot of the old commodities getting hammered with it. So NASDAQ 100 down hard. S&P 500 down hard. Dow Jones Industrial just as hard. Even the Russell Index, small cap index, all the markets pulling back. Let's have a look at the wider context here. We're still in the upper echelons of this bull market channel, which is from back in whenever. This goes all the way back to the bottom of the bear market, and we're broken out of the bottom, we're broken out of the top, we're pulled back on both occasions. So I'm not too concerned. The fact that we actually bounced here around, you know, back up to 500, pulling back here. If we dip a new low here, then I might start getting a little bit concerned. It looks, the likelihood is we'll break below this median line. So what's the low of that? It's 494 on the SPY, and then we'll have to reevaluate. But then again, we made money in a bear market, so if we can make money in a bear market, why worry about it? It depends where you go, Stone Cold. So the sauce in the Philippines, the pizza sauce in most places in the Philippines, you go to a restaurant, that is, it's a lot sweeter than it would be in the US or in Europe. They put a lot of sugar in a lot of the sauces. Spaghetti sauce is very sweet. So if you go to a decent restaurant, however, you might do it the authentic way. You go to an Italian restaurant or whatever. But your delivery places tend to make it sweet. I think there's a couple of decent pizza delivery places, but not that many. Oh, garlic and spice in everything though, Mike, but just they put a bit of sugar in there as well, make it sweeter. As far as Southeast Asia goes, native cuisine-wise, Philippines isn't one of the best. Thailand by far is the best. In my personal opinion, Thailand is by far in terms of native cuisines. Vietnamese quite nice. The Korean barbecue's nice. Of course, you've got the old favourite, the various different dialects of Chinese food. But I mean, Philippines does. I mean, the lechon's nice. Indian street food is nice. Indian street food is dangerous. Thai street food's great. Some of the street food here is actually quite nice as well. Yeah, absolutely. I like the Mickey Flanagan, the comedian Mickey Flanagan's got he's got a routine about the Delhi belly. One of his, I think it was his agent or his manager or something, went with him to India and he was doing an Indian comedy club, and he got the Delhi belly, and he's talking to him on the intercom, on the hotel intercom, and he's like, "So how bad is it?" He says, "Well, I farted and some of it sprayed on me pillow." I'm like, okay. Oh, Thailand's great. Thailand's really good. The Philippines is great. I mean, you don't get fed up with the Philippines. There's that many different islands, all with the different cultures. It's an archipelago, so it's there's multiple different cultures under the one umbrella of Philippines. Different languages as well as cultures, for that matter. Well, that's what I did, Daniel. Not Thailand, but the Philippines. I did my move. Well, we've got 17 minutes, and then the market opens, and hopefully we'll have something. We'll do something. At least you get a summer there, Daniel. At least you get 4 seasons in Germany. Not like Ireland. Well, the good thing there, Brandon, is if you manage to get consistent at it, choose somewhere that is a tax haven. I don't know if you're based in the US, so there's no such thing as a tax haven if you're in the US, is there? I've still got quite a few in South America that are on the bucket list. I've done Mexico, Brazil, and Argentina, but I want to do Peru. Really want to do Peru. And a few others for that matter. Chile. There's a few countries in South America that are on the bucket list. Where else? There's a few in and around Southeast Asia. I've not done Japan yet, so that's close. It's probably one of the close, and herself wants to do Japan, so I've already promised her that we'd do that when the little one's old enough to leave alone. I'll take her to Japan. Well, that's on the bucket list there, John. Well, not from the new place, Alistair. I mean, the only diving I can do here is in the pool. But yeah, I've been at a few places during the day. Yeah. Well, the seafood, you can get seafood anywhere, James. It's fresh fish served. You know, sold on the side of the road by just about anybody. Go out and catch a load of fish, and you can buy it fresh at the side of the road. It's great. So the fish is nice here. I have to be careful with herself because she does have certain, particularly with shellfish, but also with certain other fish as well. She has allergies, so I can't just go out and see a fish that that looks nice and get it and cook it, and she puffs up like that scene in Hitch with Will Smith. This location, there's some really good dive sites close to me here, Alistair. Right, let's check on my options spread, shall we? Meta, where are we at? It's about 33 profit at the moment. IBM, where are we at? 166-ish. So 166, that's about 30, just shy of 39k at 166. So between the two of them, that's about 70k in profit overnight. Happy days. Ooh, light-headed. Oh, I've got 12 minutes away. It's like elevator. We're all in the elevator waiting to get to the top. Think of that. This is the sort of music you get in elevators. Nice Spidey suit. Harmonic is spiked. White. Okay. Yeah, so Brandon, I have that, but that's where I'm holding my long-term portfolio, and I do get tax breaks for what I put into that. So there's always that, but I can trade in that, it's known as a SIP. The one that I have is a SIPP. It's like a Roth IRA, Brandon, in the US, but in Europe it's an SIPP. So it's a self-invested pension plan, and you can interactive brokers. CMEG don't actually allow you to do that. They're looking into it at the moment, so that'll be a game changer for capital markets. If capital markets allow you to trade in a Roth IRA or a SIP or something like that, that'll be a game changer. But interactive brokers allow you to do that, but CMEG don't. So popped, but that's over 13. What was yesterday's high? 13.15. We've got less than 10 minutes. I need 5 people to smash that like button. If you've not smashed the like button yet, just do it. The thumbs up button, hit that thumbs up button. If you can't see it, just close your chat for a second. It'll be there. Hit the thumbs up button, then reopen your chat, and all will be good in the world. So go on, smash that like button. Subscribe while you're at it. $70K. Where's that come from, James? Oh, right, yeah, I'm with you. Moved on from the options strangle at the moment. I'll come back to that just before the bell. I've got my interactive portal open. Set the stop loss and see if it continues, if they continue to sell. Better up there at 420. Stop at 425, which is the 25, about 25K-ish. Um, I've got my stop loss on IBM at like 168, I think. Let's see how we get on. So the cost of the Meta Strangle is about 42k, just over 42k, and the cost of the IBM Strangle was 31. So I've already covered the cost of that, but I'm also at the moment in profit, to the tune of about 47k right now. But I'm going to put actually that's pretty less now because. We've got moving up. I'll put my stop loss in 5 minutes. I'm still holding my Nvidia. I've not bought any more yet. It's pulling back, so I'm waiting for 750 is my buy more. If it gets to 750, I'm pissed. That's what I'm waiting for. Oh, this is going to break out up 13. Meta is up there at 422, so it looks like it's bouncing. I'll put my stop loss at 425. Lock it in. 25k is not a bad thing. It might turn around and there's a VWAP, so it might turn around and sell off again at the open. We'll see. Four minutes to the bell. Is that a joke there, Alistair, or is it a punchline, or is that an actual situation? And we've all been done for speeding. And again, he's German, he's used to the autobahns. There are no speeding on those autobahns. Oh, here we go. Considering he's second in the table at the moment, guaranteed a top 4 finish. If you told Liverpool supporters back in August that you're going to have a top 4 finish in a trophy, they'd have taken that, they'd have snatched your hand off. Complete midfield rebuild. 2.5 minutes. I'll be back. I just want to take a quick bio break and I'll be back. And here I am. I've got a minute to go. I'll change my scanners over. If you've got your own Benzinga, you can change your scanners over. Hoover's widgets. The new feature on Benzinga that I've not played with yet, the graph feature. CSA looking like it's trying to break out, testing those highs, pre-market high. Come on, IBM and Meta, you're going the wrong direction for me. Okay, so I've got a stop at 170 on IBM and at 424 on Meta. So let's see. Good luck, guys. Well, nothing jumping out right now. $424 I'm watching. 170 on IBM is where I put my stop loss. So 170, I'll just mark it here, why not? 170. And on Meta, I put it at 424. So that's my stop. Arzu looks like it's making a move. Gonna get over 13. Spreads are like 40 cents, 45 cents on the spreads. Don't trust it. It's been third day of Kazu, so I don't. Third day's never as reliable, so just be careful, guys. Manage your risk. I made 18K on the IBM strangle. Hit my stop loss. So between those two, 28K between Tesla and IBM this week. That's what 29K. It's a technology again. That's right, James. Not seeing anything. A hell of a lot of selling is what I'm seeing. Oh, short sale restriction. On to borrow, short sale restriction. Also short sale restriction. So all of these selling and they're all on short sale restriction. Go figure. I can't believe Mullen's hard to borrow. Well, it's on your hands, guys. Yeah, kind of looking at that now. It's breaking highs now, so if it gets over the 275, that might be of interest. I'm just not seeing anything setting up nice. NIVF is looking good. If it was over $2, the chart's looking reasonably strong here, but apart from that, so processor up there at 268 a day. It'd come back to the Pre-market high for investor support. Not bad. Not seeing anything. Not seeing anything at all. Bit buying maybe. I don't like any of this yet. What about you guys? Have you seen anything moving? Not seeing anything right now. IVF, probably the best one on technicals alone. Well, fair play to CC. Like a small position with this, I think. See if we can get to $2 and then I can scale in. Not like trading under $2, but if this can get to $2, I'll be able to scale in. It's very choppy on PCSA. Yeah, there you go. seeing anything else. Yeah, this is the top momentum stock to the upside right now. There you go. 20 bucks. It's only small, but it's I've been stopped out on Meta as well. So my two options, I got stopped out on them both. And so IBM I made 18,850, and on Meta I made 25,940 in profit. So that's nice trades overnight. So that's two swing trades. I don't normally do swing trading on this channel, but swing trading with options, it's a good way to do it. So Meta, put my stop loss at 424, and IBM I put it at 170, and both of them got hit. So it is what it is. Nice bit of profit. And if I put my Tesla strangle from the day before, options profit this week is at 55k. Not bad at all. Better than my day trade. Maybe I should stop day trading and just go options, swing trading with options now. I can't see anything moving, guys. This has got to be one of the worst opens, worst 15-minute opening I've seen in a long time. Normally you get something moving that you can latch onto. Well, I'm at a loss. Gotta be one of the worst opens I've seen in a long while. Well, it's from your neck of the woods, isn't he, Alistair? Eric? Options, I've been doing options a long time. I've probably been trading options longer than I've been day trading more. Because options is a great way. If you've got a 9 to 5, trading with options is, you know, you put your option on and then if it gets in the money, right, if it doesn't, it's like swing trading. You kind of put it on and forget about it. Weeks amount maybe. Not on great volume, so maybe not. I'd be alright. And Agbar. Yeah, I don't even like that. 20 would have been a nice entry. That can move up. I'm getting a headache. I've not had dinner yet. Well, I think I'm going to be trading the earnings tonight as well. I enjoyed it yesterday, trading IBM after hours. Volume. Mama, I love you. Yeah, Daniel, do you know what? Probably best just sit on your hands. I mean, there's a whole day to play with. You know what, I'm just going to give it 10 minutes, and if there's nothing presented itself after 10 minutes, I'm going to go and eat some dinner. A little bit late, 10 p.m. Better than not at all. I'm getting a bit peckish. Well, hungry. I'm sure we'll be able to find something to recover that $30 down that we are at the moment. All day. Meta dropped. It wasn't just that they had earnings, but I mean, they actually beat their earnings, but they increased their 2024 capex and expense forecast. So the EBITDA dropped, or the projected EBITDA dropped. So whilst the revenues coming in are higher and they've had a beat, their projected revenues going out are also going to be higher. So their EBITDA is going to be lower. That's essentially why Meta's dropped after earnings. Yeah, but no. If it has a clean move like it did yesterday, I'll get on this because it worked well for me yesterday. Just no recent IPO. Just no. We've got the Rubric IPO to look forward to, I guess. Well, he's got the money. Not his money he's spending. Patience. I've actually been quite patient. I'd taken a couple of trades, but I went really small because I weren't really feeling them. And to be fair, it was the right thing to do. Always scaling if it works out. Yeah, nothing doing, guys. Well done, mate. Gonna go and sulk. Okay, well you've had a couple of good green days. You know, red days are inevitable. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of trading. Red days are inevitable. When it's a day like today and there's nothing really moving, it's best to just if you're red, take it on the chin and come back tomorrow. Just remember, a big red day, it just don't. First thing you need to do is zero out. It's the next days you're starting with less equity granted, but it's a zeroed start day. You don't need to make up your deficit. You don't need to make up your drawdown in one day. I'm still in drawdown from February, for crying out loud. So you zero out each day, and each day is a brand new start from zero. Well, I'll tell you what the current short interest is on that one. So, Realphatech Corp. No, it's not very high short interest. There's a little over 1% of the float is shorted there. Walk with me. Let's have a look at what the action's like today. Yeah, it's just sideways and choppy. I mean, it's gapped up quite big, so I'm not seeing a lot of. I mean, it's hard to borrow, so I don't. Well, it is with my broker. It's hard to borrow, so I don't think there's a huge. Prior to today, there's a very small short interest. It's only $1.57, so any professional trader is like $1.50. Why would I want to short something that's $1.50? What's my expected gain in shorting it? So it's not going to go to zero. So let's say you short it down to $1. You can get 50 cents out of shorting it if it goes down to $1. Really? There's better stocks out there to short right now. Seriously. I don't think it's short as in force. I just think people are selling because it gapped up quite extensively after a good day yesterday. It continued to move up after hours, and moved up from like 50 odd cents up to $1.20 or whatever it was yesterday. It's had another good day today after hours, so it's the people just taking profits. Still up 28%. So people who held overnight, cashing in. Yeah, no. Yeah, Kazoo, for me, Brandon, was, I looked at that one, but it's the third day. Just remember that when you get the third day of action, third day of volatility, if you look at this on the daily, you'll see what I'm talking about. So, had this sell-off here, then we had lines where I'm drawn yesterday. Big day, it's trying to move up, it's third day, never reliable. Look at this one. Big day, big day. Third day, big day, but most of it's selling from the gap up. So, yeah, I wouldn't say those big days. So, fourth day there. So third day, big third day up. It's not usually it's a selling day. If it gaps up, great, but third day is usually a selling day. Well, I'm going to knock it on the head, guys. I'm going to go and eat some food, and I'll come back in about half an hour, I think. Not seeing anything moving worth taking a trade on. Top of the momentum stock, it's very low volume. So and low, under $2. So yeah, guys. Let's reconvene tomorrow. If you're in the Discord, if you're in the Day Trade with Tony community, I'll be in the Discord. I'm going to go get something to eat. I'll come back. I'll be in the Discord for anybody that's in the Day Trade with Tony community. I'll be in and out the rest of the day. I'm going to be sticking around. I'm going to be sticking around for earnings. So I'll be probably take strangle. I'll get some prices for strangles on Microsoft and Google. Because I think they can both move this evening. But I might even look at something like Roku or Snapchat, see what happens there. Yeah, it's not a great day, to be fair. Let's see what the rest of the day brings. It only takes one stock, so being on hand. If you're in the Discord and you see something, call it out. We can all have a look. We don't all have to be actually at the desk. If you've got the Discord on your phone and someone called it, you can go to your desk and take a look. So yeah, feel free to call it out in the watch list section on the Discord, and we'll hopefully find something to trade today, because it's a bit dead. In the meantime, guys, take it easy, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Same place, same time. I'll do it all again.